Now, we all know and love her from Wedding Crashers and Confessions of a Shopaholic, and now she's wrapping up her children's book series.
She's released the 5th and final book of her Marge in Charge series, and joining us now is one of our favorite Aussies, Mrs. Isla Fisher, who is joining us. Hey, girl!
Hi, how are you? Thank you.
We're so excited you're here. I mean, Marge in Charge and the Missing Orangutan. I mean, what's crazy is, like, this is the 5th book of this series, the last one. Do you still get nervous? Do you get more nervous releasing a new book or a new film?
Obviously, I feel more personally invested in the books because I created all the characters, and whereas on a film you're playing a role within, it's very much an ensemble. It's a collaboration.
Right.
Whereas, although I have a wonderful, relationship with my editor and she's very involved in the creative process, it's definitely not lonely. It's not as many hands on decks.
Right.
But this is actually, sorry to correct you, but this is my 3rd and last book in the U.S. series, and I've written 4 books in the UK and Australia.
That's right. Sorry about that. Yes.
That's okay.
Marge in Charge, though. We're ready for this new adventure.
Well, speaking of Marge, what kind of shenanigans can we expect in this new one?
Well, I think what's great about Marge, and at least what kids really love, is that she sort of takes the rules. Kids are given so many rules.
Right.
And she just subverts them, and she's in a position of authority, so they find it so funny when grown-ups don't do what they're supposed to. And so she'll make chocolate soup or build a dinosaur out of pancakes, and she takes them on a train and to the zoo. And this is great because we get Marge, who's this kind of ebullient, anarchic babysitter character, out of the home environment of the Button family, Jake and Jemima Button, and we put her in, lots of fun places. And so it's, hopefully it's the same stuff that the kids love, but it's just fun to write it.
It's so fun because I'm like a babysitter on the side. I got to step up my game.
You need the chocolate soup.
Have you ever had like a Marge in your life?
I think no. I mean, I have a bad babysitting story. I was once responsible for my 2 little cousins, and I had a rescue pony that was badly burned in a fire that I was taking care of. But I put them on the pony on the saddle for a little walk, and of course the pony got startled by the wind and took off with my cousins, and I was just screaming, Isla!
That was the first and last of your babysitting days.
I love that. So you mentioned this is the last book in the U.S. series.
Yeah.
Why was now the time to put Marge on the shelf?
Well, just that I have so many other things, and I wanted to I'm starting to think about a different kind of series, and also I want to make a TV show out of Marge. I feel like I love the illustrations, and I just think I'm so in love with Marge, so I just want to kind of put her in a different medium now.
So that was going to be one of our questions, like turning her into a movie. And
So it's not the end of Marge, and it's not the end of you as an author?
No, I love writing. It's so much fun.
Amazing.
Now I'm curious, your kids read your books, obviously. Have they ever tweaked anything that you incorporated?
Yes.
Obviously, I would imagine they're your audience.
Exactly. And sometimes my editor will say, "Oh, I don't." There's a scene in Zany Zoo where an orangutan flings poop basically at the wall of the zoo, and my editor was like, "It's quite puerile. Do you want to do potty humor?" And I had to say, "Listen, you're 40 years old. You're not my demographic.
Right.
I know it makes my 8-year-old laugh."
Aww.
Listen, I'm a 30-year-old, and that still makes me laugh. So I love it. We do want to talk about some of your upcoming projects, though. You'll be in Beach Bum with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, the cast in this is incredible. You also have Snoop Dogg in there. I want to know, who was the most fun to have a conversation with on set?
Wow. I mean, I just feel like when you hang out with Snoop, you're just a tiny bit cooler. Like, you put your handbag down in a little bit of a slicker way, and there's just a little, there's a little sauce to you when you're with Snoop.
I
love that. We can not keep up with your projects. You're such a busy woman, but we have to bring it back to the past. I've been telling everyone this week that Confessions of a Shopaholic was one of my favorite movies. Yeah. Rebecca Bloomwood is literally like my spirit animal. You're the reason why I have like designer things on Poshmark right now trying to sell. But it just had its 10th anniversary. Can you believe that?
I can't. I feel like that. Yes, I can actually. My daughter was 3 months when I shot the film.
Wow. What is one thing that you remember from that movie?
Oh my goodness. I think it was such a fun role to play. I mean, I always love playing crazy characters. I mean, I think when you think of a crazy character, you think Isla Fisher should probably play it. It's just what I do best. And this character was just the most sort of anarchic, unhinged version of. It was so much fun. But I did become the poster child for kind of consumption, capitalism for a moment. I was like, me with those bags was every time there was like anything wrong in the economy, they had Rebecca Bloomwood carrying shopping bags. Any newspaper, the Financial Times, I was like, oi.
Do you still have anything from set, like maybe the green scarf or anything?
I do have the green scarf somewhere, but I'm not sure.
So great.
Yeah, and I've got a pair of like her red shoes, who the costume designer kindly, let me keep.
I'm so geeking out right
No,
now.
it's so
It was such
iconic.
I truly believe that no one could have played that part other than you.
I believe
thank
that.
you.
Speaking of anniversaries, you also have one coming up with your husband. I mean, do you guys
Yes.
celebrate anniversaries? What are the plans?
Wait, you remember that better than me. My husband told me this morning that it was our
coming up.
anniversary coming up.
Right,
yes,
right.
yes. We do. We try to do a date night, and yeah, it's fun. It's nice. You have to make time for that. Particularly if you've
Absolutely.
got- yeah.
What would you say is the secret to a really good relationship, especially in Hollywood?
Oh, in Hollywood. I think that the relationships anywhere, it's about kind of communication and respect and I think a lot of people tend to think the grass is greener, whereas I think it's where you water your lawn that will flourish. That's at least what somebody told
Well,
me.
we're both single, so we're going to write
I'm
that
like
down.
taking mental notes there. I was like, all right. Well, there's the secret right there, y'all. Be sure to pick up a copy of Isla's book, Marge in Charge, and the Missing Orangutan. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.